Hey, what's happening, guys? Dan Dario here with another Options and Play video update. Um, I don't know if you guys have ever had this issue before, or I'm sure if you trade options, you probably had this issue before, where you've had like the right idea, but your timing's off, right? So, say looking for you're looking for like a big move, get like a quick pop, right? And maybe you take the trade because kind of like a fast gain, but then it ends up working for like way more than what you sold out of it for, right? Or on the opposite side, say you want to like settle in for like a long term trade idea, um, and stock moves right away, right? You get a quick move, but you're saying, oh, I want like a much bigger move, so you don't take the fast pop. And then it like retraces all the way back, and then your long term swing guy trade may end up like losing money, right? So it's like have the right idea, but your time frame's off. So I'm sure it happens to all of us. I oftentimes, and it's not on every swing trade, but I do oftentimes like to do what I call kind of like a combination. So it's like if I'm getting into like a longer term swing, then I will oftentimes trade like short term options kind of attached to it too. And what that does is, it allows me to maybe sit on like the options that are a month out, 2 months out, right? So I can be kind of comfortable just sitting on those and letting those develop. But in the short term, I can maybe get some cash flow if a stock looks like it's going to move like on a particular day, or maybe even like intraday, right? Like there's points where you think, oh, a stock could maybe run like $1 intraday, maybe get a little cash flow with some weeklies, right? But overall, it probably won't really change your swing trade that much, right? Because you're looking for like a 10-15% move, an intraday like dollar pop, probably not going to hit like your target to like want to like roll up, right? So what I like to do is get into like maybe options like a month or two out, sit in some of those, and then when it looks like it's going to move, maybe I'll mess around with some weeklies and try to get a little cash flow. Just because obviously, like I'm keeping an eye on the stock, I'm watching it on a day-to-day basis, and there's definitely instances where I think it could move, like intraday or maybe like day-to-day, right? So like with Overstock, I was looking at some like short-term like weeklies because when it broke through 80, I figured maybe get a nice little breakout move, right? I mean, clean level of resistance gets into 80. A lot of crypto names were acting better. Maybe you could get like a quick extension, right? At the same time, if it turns the corner, right, and breaks through 80 and really starts to go, I mean, maybe we get like a repeat of what we had back in February where it was like a gigantic move up past 100. So it's like, I feel like probably want to stick with some longer term because if it does start to go, there could be a lot of potential for this to rally, right? Take off. So it's like kind of a combination of two things, right? Like sit in some options, trying to like catch like a big move, but maybe mess around or take a shot on some weeklies when it looks like it's actually about to like break out, right? And with the weeklies, much shorter time frame, much shorter holding period, much closer target, right? So if it goes, take like a little pop, which it did yesterday. So just a couple points, um, get a little cash flow, and then with like the longer expiration options, like yeah, reverse today, but hasn't hit the stop, and if it does end up going, you can still kind of like sit in those and let the trade develop, and maybe it does end up taking off for like a big rally, right? So um, I do this fairly often, and what I find again is that it kind of helps with like the whole idea of like maybe having the wrong time frame, right? And keep getting frustrated that you have short term, you take like a small winner and ends up being like a huge mover, right? Or if you have long term options and you could have made a little money on the short term, but then it ends up being a loser because the stock doesn't go anywhere for another month or two, right? So this is kind of how I kind of counteract that. Again, it's not on all my swing trades, but I do it pretty frequently, and maybe think about doing it yourself, or like maybe start to kind of get a feel for it because it might help with your confidence, might help with your swing trades, and get that cash flow going on like a day-to-day basis. All right. So if you like this video and you're looking for more information on trading options or swing trading with options, please follow up with the link in the description of the video for more information on options to play. Hope you have a wonderful night. Stay well, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.